don't even know where to begin. This is just going to get nutty and crazy. This breaking down Donnie Darko is just wow. Ran across some excellent comments that I think went down when I was on vacation, and I just didn't catch them. You got to be kidding me. Where'd they all go? Okay. Well, because I didn't comment on them, so they should have. See, I haven't responded. I didn't respond to them, so. But maybe me clicking the heart and makes it all disappear. So let's go to the video itself. And go down to the comments. It was this one here. There's some excellent comments here, and I want to share them with you before we get into the Donnie Darko. Our friend. All right, let me search for these comments that were amazing and I can't find them. Oh, good grief. Here they are. Okay. Here they are. Got it. Michael Jack needs his own YouTube channel.
Hey, everybody. On the road.
But I'm his YouTube channel then, if he doesn't want to do one. Because his information is unbelievable. Since Trump started doing rallies again in June, it's been Ohio, Sarasota, Dallas. Both Garfield and William McKinley were from Ohio. They were assassinated 1881, 1901, respectively. We know about Walker Bush being in Sarasota when the 9/11. Actually, it was George W. That's right, W. Bush. George W. Bush being in Sarasota during 9/11 attacks. That's where Trump was in Sarasota. Then going to Dallas, where JFK was. And then, of course, next is Phoenix rising from the ashes. Now, one thing I do want to take a look at is differences between full moons, because if there is a difference between a full moon where it's 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds, that would be the time he goes down. What is the average moon cycle each month? Bad. That was a bad search. Think about it. How many days in a moon cycle? See, it's normally, it says the moon takes 27.3, but the lunar phase is 29.5. Is the moon cycle 28 days? The average, 28, 29 days, that's menstrual in the moon. So this says 29. $28-day moon cycle in 2021. So I'll research it. I'm going to see through these times if there's any that go 28 days. Let me just do one for giggles right now. See, the next one is 29 days, 7 hours. But the key one to me would be from the buck moon on, because Donnie Darko is all about the buck, all about it, all about it. So let me check that one. So it's not 28 days from the buck moon. Now, that'll be on a Sunday. There was a big eclipse. He could go down, though, before that full moon. So if you go from the buck full moon, well, I just had the time set up. Hang on. I'll pause while I set it up. From the buck full moon, it takes us to 5:18 a.m. on Saturday, August 21st. Now, August 21st is a big day. Solar eclipse, August 21st. So I guess that was 2017, the year Trump was. It's called the Great American Eclipse. 4 years later would be 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds from the buck full moon. So if he was to go down on this Saturday, the 21st, at a rally, yes, that full moon goes full on the 22nd, the next morning. So it's within that 20, so it's all part of that full moon range. Because we keep having to think about, now we know that 28, 6, 42, 12 adds up to 88, which is Trump. But I think we still, hey, it's 6/14, that's Trump's birthday. So, y'all know me, I see numbers all the time. The 28 days of forward from Donnie Darko, that time that he gives is 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. And it's all about the buck moon. If you add those times to the buck moon, you do get to the eclipse date 4 years previous, a 4-year cycle. It's just something for us to keep an eye on. All right, so let's go on with the Donnie Darko movie. Glengary Glenn Ross was a movie that the guy that always plays Trump was in, Alec Baldwin. And so Glengary Glenn Ross is a weird name. So I'm like, they gave it that name then for a reason. So let's go to the gematria. Satan enters Trump, Twin Towers fall, 2017. So 2017 was the year that he became president. And when the Twin Towers fall again, the twin Trumps, Satan will enter Trump. So there you go. And Alec Baldwin's scene in that movie was one of the greatest, known as one of the greatest acting moments in cinema history. I think he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for one scene. There it is. It comes right. I keyed in his name and Glengary Glenn Ross comes right up. And I call it a speech, just like a presidential speech, right?
Five units, Mom. Couldn't tell you. I don't like the whole thing. You know? A leash, so I don't know, do I?
There's Alec Baldwin right there, or President
Let me have
Trump.
your attention for a moment. Let's talk about something important. Shot, some son of a bitch don't want to buy lands. Anyway,
What's the movie about? It's about real estate. What's Trump do? Real estate. What is he to this movie? He is the king of real estate. He is Donald Trump.
talk about something important. You think? Coffee down. Put that coffee down.
Jack Lemmon.
I'm fucking with you. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. I don't gotta listen to this shit. You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is you're fired. Oh, have I got your attention now? Second prize, a set of steak knives. Got leads. You're weak. I've been in this business 15 years. Because all hunting, and you can't play in the man's game, you can't close them, and go home and tell your wife you're A, B, C.
Oh, you'll love
A,
this.
always B, B, C, closing.
Always be closing. Have you made your decision for Christ like it's a free will decision? Yep. They certainly get you on that one.
Always be closing. Always be closing. Interest, decision, action, attention. Do I have your attention? Interest.
Interest. Commentary.
Are you interested? I know you are, because it's fuck or walk. You close or you hit the bricks.
Commentary.
Decision. Have you made your decision for Christ?
What do you think? Y'all with me on that? Trump, real estate, the fake free will. Love it.
An action. But lest he wants to buy. You lost. You're such a hero. You're so rich. That watch costs more than your car. Nice guy. I don't give a shit.
He's Trump.
You think this is abuse, you cocksucker? You can't take this. How can you take the abuse you get on a set? Tonight, in 2 hours, can you? It takes brass balls.
There you go. Of course, great acting. But of Satan. It's Donald Trump. Exactly what that is. It's exactly what you're looking at in that movie. I guess I need to save it. I'll put it in the description. I won't get a copyright strike. I've realized copyright strikes, when I get flagged for them, it's because I've gone 20, 30 seconds. So anyway, let's keep going. Well, while it's thinking, let's refresh it. Let's go ahead and build up these. Let me go ahead and pause and build these, get these movies shots ready. Plus, Conor McGregor and the notorious Conor McGregor and the word and the song Notorious. And remember, Conor McGregor says Scottish Highlands, that's where I'm from, which is what Trump is. Everything that's going on with Conor McGregor is about Donald Trump. I'm convinced of it. And did this ever come back and give us something? Michael Jackson. Here's an article from the Washington Post, Trump's fascination with Shark Week. Okay, there we go. Michael Jack, 2001 was called The Summer of the Shark, and the story only faded out after the 9/11 attacks. Unbelievable. The first Shark Week was in 1888 also, somebody told me. There was a video from Sky News Australia called Trump Could Rise from the Ashes in Phoenix to Flip Arizona, 45 dead in clashes, Israel, Palestine, 45th presidents. Then Philippine military plane crash with 45 dead from his birthday to 7/24. Not sure I followed all that, but there it is for y'all to read. Pause the video, you can read it. Michael Jack said, since Trump started doing rallies in June, he's been in. Okay, and I read that to y'all. That was from Simeon. Michael Jack said, okay, got that. Cage Fear was one of the name of the first Shark Week episodes 33 years ago. That is predictive programming for people locking themselves down with the illness, caged in fear. Interesting. Love it. Through 2019 season of Shark Week, all episodes ran 45 minutes. I think we read that earlier. That's good stuff. I was telling you about Stormy Daniels. Storm's coming. Daniels, Book of Daniel. Book of Daniel tells about the end time storm of the Antichrist, World War III, and then the Great Tribulation. That's what Stormy Daniels is all about. Donnie Darko, when Trump was born, the lunar eclipse, the sun was in between the horns of Taurus, as it was a Gemini sun, but it was outside of Taurus. It fit between the horns. So that's Trump's birth, basically. There's the right eye. Born in Detroit, 1972. This is the guy that played the guy with the right eye wound. His birthday is September 10th, not September 11th. And I think I tried to look up some, those would be interesting things to look up. By the way, this Frank guy who had his right eye wound. Remember, I was talking about Jake Gyllenhaal with the right eye? No, it's Frank with the right eye wound. And Frank has brown eyes. So why in the movie, when they show you the right eye wound, is it a blue eye when Frank had brown eyes? Because it's Trump. This is a screenshot where I froze the DVD. They're showing the buck and the right eye. Well, so, I mean, this just points to the 24th big time, doesn't it? Or 28 days from it, if they're being extremely cryptic. If we were to go 28 days back from it, which we can do that. Back to June 25th, which is when I arrived down in Key Biscayne, and the condo collapse took place right before that. So the condo collapse, I think, was like at, we're just going to loosely say it was like at 6:24, and it was around, if I'm not mistaken, around 1:30 in the morning. And if we were to add the 28 days, that would take us to this coming July 22nd. So keep an eye on that date, because on the third day would be when Trump would what? Rise from the ashes in Phoenix. But what if he never makes it to Phoenix? The trip to Phoenix was symbolic of him rising from the ashes on the full moon of the 24th from the right eye injury. So keep, you know, we're going to have to keep an eye on that Thursday, the 22nd. You ever wondered why they named it Buckshot? What is buckshot? Popular choice of home defense, as the name suggests, deer hunting. Deer hunting? Stag? It's shotgun shells. They call it buckshot. Interesting. It's all interesting, isn't it? My next prep. That's quite the picture, isn't it? When Donnie comes out of the movie theater, The Last Temptation of Christ. This will be a picture of the buck staghorns on fire in the movie Donnie Darko. The girl posing. That's just an odd, strange school mascot, isn't it? Is that a dog for the dog star? I don't know. There's the Sarasota Mall, but let's not worry. Someone has already pre-ordered several dozen copies at the Sarasota Mall, Walden's bookstore, she says. I got that from the script that's online. And of course, Trump was just in Sarasota. What if we went 28 days from his Sarasota visit? Donald Trump in Sarasota, Florida. Yeah, it was July 3rd, right? Yeah, that's a Saturday. It began at 8:26 p.m. So let's go 28 days from that. No, that would take you to the 31st. 28 days, 6 hours. Yeah, that wouldn't work. I mean, unless he goes down to the 31st, but there's no full moon attributed to that. But see, Sarasota is in this movie a couple of times. House, Donnie Darko, TV reporter at Sarasota Heights Country Club. Arson has not been. So there's Sarasota Heights Country Club and Sarasota Mall Bookstore. So Sarasota is twice mentioned in Donnie Darko. And Trump just being in Sarasota, then going to Dallas, then coming to Phoenix. It's big stuff. Big, big, big. Notice the skeleton. We know where that came from. Well, which came first? Well, Donnie Darko came first. So the dead are alive. It's the opening of Spectre. Well, looky there. There's James Bond wearing the Donnie Darko skeleton suit. Well, the dead are alive, and Donnie Darko when he's got that suit on, I think it's around the 28th or the 27th. Or maybe it's on Halloween. I can't remember. It's a Halloween party, but I don't know if it's exactly on Halloween. I can't remember. Isn't it amazing how we know 007 is Donald Trump and, oh, come on, pop up. I guess some people are just born with tragedy in their blood. And of course, that's what Trump is. He's the martyr. He's going to get popped. Even though it'll be staged, it won't really be him. Cloning, dark science, something only the Siths knew. Secrets only the Siths knew. In this scene, he flips all the way upside down with his arms out like that and then lands. That, of course, is the image of Christ. And he is the Antichrist. So they gave you that in Donnie Darko. Now, I've already done a Donnie Darko breakdown before. It's in my Trump Antichrist series, which I'll put this, on this new channel, this Trump Antichrist part. I don't know what it is. We'll find out. Buck Moon for the Buck Rabbit, right eye. It's coming up this next Saturday, a week from today, actually. Firebird. It was a Firebird car that came into the scene, ran over his girl. It was a red Firebird. What is the Firebird? The Firebird's the Phoenix. The Firebird Phoenix was present during that the guy drove up. The guy that gets hit in his right eye arrived on the Phoenix Firebird car, red. Fascinating, isn't it? I've never really had this much stuff point to a day before. But again, I could be so twisted and they could be flipping us upside down. So 1977 Pontiac Firebird, Trans Am, and Donnie Darko, 2001. Donnie Darko came out in 2001. It's a 1977. They like that 7-7. It's a Firebird. What is the Firebird? It's the Phoenix. Trans Am, Trans America. I don't know. It's a better picture of the Firebird. It's October because the Day of the Dead is October 31st or 30th, the Donnie Darko date, whenever, whatever, but the Day of the Dead is the buck full moon. Okay, it's October. Okay, so what I was thinking of then when I sent this to myself at 2:35 in the morning, watching Donnie Darko. The reason why it's the month of October is because the month of October is the Day of the Dead. But the real Day of the Dead is the buck full moon, which is why the movie is all about the buck. If that was confusing. The fire truck there, of course, has the 18. I remember doing this in my other Donnie Darko breakdown. 6 + 6 + 6 is 18. New York Jets, jet engine, 9/11. The jet, the New York Jets. All the world's a stage. Executive producer of the movie Donnie Darko, Drew Barrymore. We need to look at her dates. Her birthday, when she was born, her birthday through to the buck full moon, gematria, this, everything. Right? So it's a lot to think about. There's going to be a lot of scenes to break down here. You know, the Purge movies, in one scene, they show the right eye and they show the word purge flashes up. Purge, purge, purge. Like it flashes, flashes, and reflashes. Purge, 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 purge. Purge, purge. And you know that movie called The American Purge or something. What's it called? The Final Purge or the Everlasting Purge? The Eternal Purge? What's it called? The Forever Purge, I think it is. Let me pause. All right. Let's go through the Donnie Darko videos.
Watch the movies.
Okay, so got the sunrise going on there.
There's something I want to show.
Of course, this movie's called The Evil Dead or something. It looks like 550 or 551 or 510. There's a lot of different ways to look at that. Oh, it's just kind of moving backwards. But there's a reason I wanted us to watch this, so let's check it out.
Have you ever seen a portal?
Have you ever seen a portal? So apparently when he goes down with his right eye, it opens a portal. To what? Well, spiritually to the abyss, where he will rise out of. Commentary. It's almost like third eye symbolism, or what they call the pineal gland and all that mess. I didn't understand what all this was. Probably have it a little too loud. I think this is when the buck comes in the eye. Remember, it's a blue eye, but the guy that gets shot in the eye in the movie has brown eyes. So why the blue eyes? Well, you could say, well, because Donnie's got blue eyes. Well, Donnie never gets shot in his eye in this movie. So again, why the blue eyes? Because Donald Trump has blue eyes. Buck Moon, ride, I burn it. Oh, he says burn it to the ground. So once the right eye is hit, there's the right eye with blood, burn it to the ground comes. And so once he gets hit, that's when everything, and I Pet Goat tells us that. Now, talent show 88. So America's Got Talent is our talent show. All right, first of all, when you look at that, it reminds you of America's Got Talent, and there's one coming up on the 20th before Trump's Buck Moon event. So I'm going to be interested to see if anybody on that. So when America's Got Talent comes on the Thursday before the Buck Full Moon, will there be anybody performing something to do with a swan or coming out in a white dress? That would be freaky. Well, we would really know it's going down then, wouldn't it? That would be the tell, because that would be extreme. Then, of course, or are there going to be young girl dancers, which is about probably one of the most unsheep things you could do with your daughters is to put them on these teams where they just get out there and shake, shake, shake as if they were adults. And is anything said there that I need to listen to?
If you feel
girls.
you vomit up there,
Yeah, so I guess what I'm just saying is will any of that be going down on the talent show, a young girl dance team squad? And remember, the guy who starred in Dirty Dancing is there with the young girls. And then he in the movie is considered a PEDO. Yeah.
Talent show coming up.
So, yeah. So I guess looking for young girls that would be doing dirty dancing routines. On that America's Got Talent show coming up on the Thursday would be the big tell for us. And what do they come out and dance to? Notorious. They're called Sparkle Motion. Let me gematria Sparkle Motion in two different ways to gematria. Sparkle Motion. Let me pause and see where we're at. Well, the first thing you get is the little horn and sun and moon. Bam. That alone is enough reason to name something Sparkle Motion in a movie. Time portals. Boom. Abbey Road. Alexander the Great, Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump were all cut from the same cloth. New York City. Tons. Marilyn Manson, Don John Trump, Sparkle Moon. Wow. There's a lot. The Trump of God, stuff like that. That's pretty interesting. The numbers are 545, 1008, which of course, if you don't count the zeros, is an 18, 6 plus 6 plus 6. But I think that's a coincidence. I think it's more about the gematria. The midnight hour, which of course is the end times, the doomsday clock. You see that in iPet Goat, the midnight, pineal gland, Jerusalem, Israel. I think we pretty much, Trump and QAnon come up. It's definitely interesting, this Sparkle Motion. Definitely lots of gematria. Devil in Disguise, John the Apostle, who of course wrote the Book of Revelation. Trump, Putin, Lucifer, and Ishtar. I don't know. Those were some pretty big tells for sure. Let's continue.
Conor McGregor, he's known as the Notorious One, and he comes out to that song Notorious. And his birthday is 10 days before this buck moon. Trump did come to his fight.
Yes, he did.
UFC 264. And so Samantha Darko is about to perform. I can't really play this
Nah.
Uh.
You don't want to play it. You know. I think maybe I just play a little bit of it to where you can hear the song Notorious. I think y'all have all heard the song Notorious. Duran Duran. So I know y'all have all heard it, but maybe if you haven't.
Notorious.
I wonder if they show us much in their official music video. Wonder what the lyrics say. I bet there's some pretty big tells in there. Wouldn't surprise me. Ex Machina, the God Machine. Well, the ghost in the machine.
The field is covered with blood.
So, of course, this is World War III, war, famine, death. And who are we saved by? The image that speaks, the God machine. The artificial intelligence, Satan in the computer, comes to save the day, along with the Antichrist and the false prophet. Blah, blah, blah. Commentary, Sarasota. Executive producer, Drew Barrymore.
When the other rabbits hear a fighter's vision, do they care? Because the rabbits are us.
The rabbits are us, the blood in the field.
Donnie.
Why should I mourn for a rabbit?
Why should I mourn for a rabbit? As if it was human. Well, she just got through telling them the rabbits are us, signifying us.
Rabbit like you.
But aren't we forgetting about the miracle of storytelling? The Deus Ex Machina, the God machine.
Wonder what that gematria comes to. Deus. Ex Machina, I call it. It's pronounced Ex Machina. What a movie Ex Machina is. I like saying Machina because that's just me. I'm a PE coach. It's what I did. It's how I roll.
That's what saved the rabbit.
That's what saved the rabbits. That's what comes back and saves the world. A lot of this is redundant if you saw my breakdown of Donnie Darko and the Trump Antichrist series on my Telling Truth Archives channel. Go to playlist, click Trump Antichrist playlist series, and you'll be amazed going all through it.
Rabbits.
This one is called Vision, or I named it Vision. So what's the vision? Well, you saw the rabbit in the eye again. That just looks like computer stuff to me. Taking us back to the ghost of the machine. Because there's no reason to have all these, right? What else would all this be? Because I kept seeing it throughout. Kept seeing it all throughout. Right eye, blue eye, Trump's eye. Buck moon. Right eye. The buck's right eye. The rabbit's right eye. I guess I should be pumping all this down to like a lower speed. I wouldn't have to work so hard at slowing stuff down. Right? Commentary. Was that top-down car, man, woman supposed to be like JFK and the First Lady or something? I don't know. Well, they sure show you a lot in this movie, don't they? It's so layered and it's so deep and it's so hard to figure out. Y'all, if Trump's going down a week from today, between now and next Saturday, you're gonna have the cyber attacks. You're gonna have the computers going down and stuff, more than likely. Right? Am I crazy? She plays the piano, looks at Donnie with a weird smile, and he smiles back. And I named this one 88 keys because the piano has always had 88 keys, 88 for Trump. So Billy Joel, the piano man is Trump. Elton John. That's an ominous note she hits too. And he smiles and she smiles. Because it's about Trump. That had nothing to do with the movie, that piano being there or them smiling at each other. Strictly was about 88 keys and Trump. No other reason. Right? Just these weird glancing smiles by her hitting the piano keys. No other meaning in the movie whatsoever. It had nothing to do with the movie. Grandma death, storm's coming. Wow. 79 seconds long. Brown-eyed guy gets popped in the eye. Why do they keep showing a blue eye in the movie? Because it's Trump's eye. Never is Donnie's eye. Donnie shoots him in the eye. He's got brown eyes, but they keep showing us a blue eye because it's Trump's eye. He just ran over his girlfriend with the Firebird.
What are you guys doing in the middle of the road?
So instead of apologizing for running over the girl, he's like, what are y'all doing in the middle of the road?
Huh? He's thinking.
Day of the Dead. Right eye. Right eye, buck moon. That's the picture I showed y'all. It almost makes you think if it ain't this year, it's going to have to be next year. I mean, what? But you got a full moon on this buck moon. Hold on. That was dumb. The buck moon is the full moon. I'm sorry. So next year's buck moon, if it's not this year, I'm going to go back and watch Dark Knight Rises. But I'm pretty sure all that took place in the summer when he goes down with Bane. The Dark Winter comes later in the movie with the snow and the tanks in the streets and all that. And the American flag shredded. I want to try to go back and nail down a time frame. I remember that there was a clock on the wall. I think that said 5:25 or something. We'll go back and look at it. I just watched Field of Dreams. Didn't really show a lot. Day of the Dead. When the Day of the Dead comes, storm's coming. The storm doesn't come until after the right eye wound. So if that's Trump, who got shot? The clone. Frank's the clone. Wonder if Gematria Frank clone would give us a date, or Frank is a clone. Storm is coming. Why is a storm coming? Because the clone just got hit in the right eye. Maybe now I do it with closed caption.
Storm.
Yeah, that's why I redid it. A storm is coming. And of course, Donnie reads the poem, A Storm is Coming, Princess. Remember that scene? On Poetry Day, it said. You must hurry. He must hurry where? To the abyss. He goes into hiding. He goes into perdition. He's running the show from behind the cloak, from behind the curtain. Freaky. Stuff's all freaky. This is the Purge. How long is this? 22 seconds. Commentary. Right eye. Computer. Technology. Right eye. Technology. Right eye. Technology. Does the technology shut down the world? Cyber attacks. Begins the purge. 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 Woman on police radio. It says 7:24. Switch back to base. Holy cow. Did we just see that? 7:24. Oh my goodness. Need to take a picture of that and make it the thumbnail. That's a big tell right there, y'all. That's a big tell. Didn't see it until now. Let's take a picture and make it the thumbnail. Incredible, right? Are y'all freaking out right now like I am? I'm totally freaking out right now. $7.24. Wow. 7:24 Phoenix Trump rally. They're gonna come get me. They're gonna come get me, man. All right, just emailed it to myself. Oh man. Palpable.
Because there will be so much to look for.
Right eye. It's 10-second video. Death. Right eye. And it's definitely the right eye because over here is the tear duct to your right. Buck stag stands for rebirth. And they show us the stag, which of course is over Trump's head. And I pet goat. We've shown you that many times. And that's that song from Tears for Fears, who was like my favorite 80s band. Their music is so weird. God, I was so into that stuff. Why are they playing the Star Spangled Banner? Mad World. Why are they playing the Star Spangled Banner in the Donnie Darko movie? Closing credits. Why does the Star Spangled Banner come on? Because they're laughing at you. That's why. By the way, when I break it down, it is the director's cut on Blu-ray. Yeah, they play the Star Spangled Banner in the closing credits. And anyway, that's it. That's it. That's it for Donnie Darko. Wow. By Job, I think we've got it. I think confidence is high that it's the 24th now. All right. Love y'all. Keep helping us out, Michael, and everybody else. Keep them coming.